Hello everybody, so today I'm here to do my August film wrap up. A lot of new to me things I would say, so let's get cracking. So the first thing I went to check out was Antman and the Wasp. I gave this a 4 stars. So it's actually set 2 years after the events of Civil War, which is one of my favourite Marvel films actually. So Antman is actually under house arrest and he's just trying to see the last few days out of his sentence through. Obviously shit goes down and, you know, he's in jeopardy of breaking that sentence, so to speak. I actually like this way more than the first one. The first one I remember not really caring to watch until I wanted to do that Marvel marathon upcoming for the Infinity Wars. But yeah, I mean, this one I actually went to see at the cinema. I really wanted to give it a go, and I really did enjoy it much more than the first. I liked Luis a lot more than I did in the first one. I thought the humour in this just escalated, that's the word, so much more, and I just thought it was hilarious. The story was incredible, but damn it, that end credit scene, it killed me. I kept thinking, how does this work in terms of everything that's just gone down in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And then stuff made sense. After that, I watched The Song of the Sea. This is something I've actually been wanting to watch for absolute years. I gave this 4 stars. I was so happy to finally get to it. So it's about a little girl called Howdee-haie, who's a Selkie and needs to save the spirit world. It was definitely a beautiful film, but I think I just wasn't in the mood at that time to watch it because I just couldn't connect to it and I kept getting distracted, which is my own fault. I would say I'm more of a day bird than a night owl, so watching films at night I get sleepy, I don't concentrate as much, so I think I should have just watched this like a bit earlier on in the day perhaps. But yeah, I got far more into it than in the second half, but I could tell that overall it was a great film despite me just not connecting at that moment. It's something I would watch again, I think, because I did enjoy it and I know I would love it given the right opportunity. But yeah, I think as well I was just pushing it off because it's a film I'd wanted to watch with a particular someone, but that never happened, and thinking about it made me totally emotional for the longest time, so I just kind of just forgot about it in a way. But you gotta push through it, guys. You just gotta get on with life and such. Anyway, it's oddly more about Ben, which is the brother, rather than Howdee-haie. But there are different perspectives, rather, which interchange when needed, so you do get a good viewpoint from different characters. I did like the story a lot, though, and I really also liked the dad and granny sort of mimicked the fairy tale part. Obviously, you won't understand that too much unless you've seen it. The music and art style was beautiful as well, and I loved the family growth and kind of like some of the other more maybe lesser meanings of the story compared to the whole, you know, big theme of the Selkie aspect and everything. But yeah, it was really, really interesting. A long time ago I was really interested in Selkies when I was getting even more into mermaids and such, and learned about different kinds of versions of mermaids, if you will. So that was something that was on my radar for a long time, and I'm so glad that I finally got around to watching it. Then I went to the cinema again, and I went with Maria to see The Incredibles 2, which I gave 4 stars. As you would have seen from the month prior, I did watch the first Incredibles in preparation because I was supposed to see Incredible 2 that month, but I got ill and yeah, it just didn't work out, so I ended up seeing it during August, which was great. So the short animation I just want to quickly talk about to start with got really dark and apparently had a meaning behind it. So Maria sent me the link to what it meant, and it was just interesting. It wasn't as maybe dark as I was expecting it to be, but it was interesting to see what the little short story meant. I forgot that they do that at the beginning. Is it Pixar? I think so. Pixar do that. I forgot they do that. I haven't seen a Pixar film in the cinema for years, it seems like. But yeah, the actual film itself, The Incredibles 2, was absolutely hilarious. I really enjoyed Elastigirl getting more of a feature in terms of the film and being more of like the main character, if you will. I didn't realise how much she could actually do. So that was a nice surprise. So this actually takes place immediately after the 2004 original. So it was nice not having a massive age difference or a big like 10 years later sort of thing, which perhaps they might do for the next film if they do one. But it was nice just to see an immediate what happened, the aftermath of everything that happened in the first film. So I didn't feel lost. I didn't feel like all these characters are different now. No, they felt the same, and I loved it. So after that I watched a film called The Mermaid, which is a 2016 release. I gave it 4 stars. So it's a Chinese Hong Kong romantic fantasy comedy drama based around a mermaid sent to land to seduce a greedy real estate man to stop threatening the livelihoods of those who rely on the sea. So when I was looking for mermaid-esque films, I saw the trailer for this and I thought, what the actual hell? Then I re-stumbled on it again, like obviously at the time that I watched this, and I decided to give it a go. It does have, it's subtitled, so if you're not used to that, maybe, I don't know, get used to it if you did want to watch it, but I just thought I'd quickly mention that. Although it was humorous, the themes of money free and love got unexpectedly deep. I actually wasn't too sure I liked this to begin with, but I quickly changed my mind. I think it was after I got used to the subtitles and the kind of humour that they were showing. I just really enjoyed it after, getting used to it. The CGI totally isn't the best for a recent release, especially, as I said, the film is a recent film as well, but I was able to look past that, and overall I just thought it was a really entertaining film. Great film, to be honest. Really did enjoy that. Something I'd probably watch again. Keeping on with the mermaid theme, I watched The Lure, which was a 2015 release, originally in Poland, I think. Yeah, but I think they recently released it in the UK in 2017 or something. But yeah, anyway, I gave that 5 stars. I remember seeing a trailer for this a while back as well. I used to get into a loop of just watching weird film trailers on YouTube, and then I'd add loads to my playlist so I could eventually go through them and find the movies to watch. Still haven't actually got around to doing that, but for some reason this cropped up again, and it reminded me that I wanted to watch it at some point. So The Lure is a Polish fantasy that I would now describe as a musical. I had thought it follows 2 mermaid sisters, Golden and Silver, who fall in love with the same man. As soppy as it sounds, it's marketed as an adult dark fantasy drama, but it's actually not quite that. It's genre heavy, by the way. Way more themes than just those, but that actually wasn't the main gist of it, so I was a bit confused, am I watching the right film sort of thing, but no, that was just my wrong interpretation. Basically, one falls in love with a human, but the other tries to warn her against it, but that's not really, the total main focus. There's so many different themes to it, so many different layers. Don't let that sway you wanting to watch it or not. There's so much to it. It was just so unique, and it was so captivating. I didn't notice any struggle with the subtitles in this at all. I just got right involved. It was just natural, I felt, and it helped a lot because there was so much singing that was happening in this, so it felt more like I was jamming with the lyrics on. So speaking of music, it was absolutely great with a range of style. There were so many different sort of songs that they sung. The original sound was it was awesome, really awesome originals. I was not expecting that many, and the music video style, cinematography was really, really cool. The songs helped to tell a story as well. I think that actually throws me off the time setting a bit though, because I was like, whoa, what's happening? I'm confused as to when this happened, but I don't know, you just got to look at it in an abstract way, I suppose. So I knew I recognised the younger guy from the band, because if you don't know, basically the 2 sisters join a cabaret band. I can't believe I didn't say that before, and that's kind of the strive for the rest of the film. But yeah, this guy, he was in a film called The Suicide Room that I really wanted to watch when I was younger, but I kind of got scared because of the title, and I was like, I don't know, I was a nervous wreck back then. Still kind of am, but even more so then. But yeah, I need to get back and check that out, because I think I'm mentally prepared for something like that now, and it might not even be exactly what I have in my mind. I don't know. But yeah, the story is really dark and gory. There's totally a hint to The Little Mermaid in the theme of giving up your tail, loses your voice, and falling in love with a human who marries someone else who turn you into sea foam. But these are also just regarded as myths by one of the sisters, just to kind of warn the other sister away from doing so. Sometimes felt like weird ideas sort of stuck together, but for the most part I really enjoyed this film. The ending was a bit too open, but kind of not. It's really confusing to say. But either way, I'd love to see what would happen next. It certainly exceeded my expectations. I don't think there's going to be any sequels, but it has me hoping perhaps to see what happens. I don't know. It was great. It was really, really good. So after that I decided I wanted to watch something witchy, and I finally checked out The Craft 1996. Can't believe I'd never seen this before, but I gave that a 5-star too. Crazy fact, as I already mentioned, never seen this before, but this came out the year I was born, so yeah, great stuff. To transfer in school, Sarah finds her gifts attract 3 other girls who want to become witches. I was so shocked when they played the How Soon Is Now, the song. So it's actually, if you don't know what the song title is, it's the Charmed theme tune, but I love the version by Tattoo. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was on this film first or on Charmed. Let me know. I just feel like perhaps it's regarded as a witchy song now. I don't know. I digress. But yeah, I knew I recognised that sporty guy that was one of the main sort of boys, love interest, I don't know what you want to call him. He's Jughead's dad in Riverdale. I was like, whoa, it's so weird seeing him young, but he kind of looks exactly the same. It's really weird. But yeah, I was so shocked at the Mean Girls calling Rochelle's hair nappy and being super racist. So I kind of liked that we got a bit of payback, but at the same time I was not expecting the characters to act the way they did as the story progressed. I love that particular character's hair and clothes get wilder as she gets crazy. I thought that really emphasised it. I'm sure that was probably an intentional kind of characteristic thing to just accentuate it, but I picked up on it and I quite enjoyed that actually. Some attention to detail, you know how it is. Yeah, some of the acting was kind of blah, but I love Nancy. I thought that she was the best actor, I'd have to say it. She was really awesome. All the other girls just worked together really well. The story was really awesome. Overall, I really did enjoy this. I wasn't expecting the story to go the way it did at all, but it was great, and I think because I wasn't expecting it, I enjoyed it even more, and it had like more of a shock factor for me. But yeah, that's all the films that I watched during August. Let me know what you've been watching, if you've watched any of the things that I've mentioned today, and I don't know, maybe we can communicate on what you thought about said films. Thank you so much for watching. I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye bye.